your former team, the Steelers, they're in action this weekend. So Lamar Jackson will be without his top target at the start of the postseason. Pro Bowl wide receiver Zay Flowers was ruled out for the Ravens wildcard game against the Steelers on Saturday night. Flowers injured his right knee in Saturday's regular season finale. He didn't practice all week. That's major. Lamar Jackson, two-time MVP, in the conversation to win it again this season, but his playoff resume hasn't been too good. 2-4 in his career in the playoffs with as many interceptions, 6, as touchdown passes. I want to start with our quarterback because obviously you have a unique perspective here. Do you think Lamar is going to struggle without having his guy Zay out there, Ken?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson has been playing this year like a man possessed. Now, and I respect that. I think we've put him to the challenge to say nothing else matters but the Super Bowl ring. And yet he still finds ways to impress. He still finds ways to not just impress on his side, to get guys involved like the Derrick Henrys, like the Isaiah Likeleys, like the Mark Andrews, and even the Zay Flowers. And then the level of play of that team looks different than other teams. And he's accepted the truth of knowing that, yes, I have to be better than what the expectation is, and he still has delivered. So I'm going with, the Ravens primarily just off of Lamar not letting nobody down this year.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do, especially in his position. He's in the middle of a rock and a hard place, and he's still delivered.
RC, I'm glad you're on the show this morning because I wanted to say this one. I made sure I'm looking at you. I want a 3-shot. I want a 3-shot. I want Cam up on. I want the American public to see Cam up on the screen right now. Here's the deal, y'all. You didn't say what I needed you to say. I know you believe in Lamar Jackson. I believe in Lamar Jackson. He's an MVP candidate, the brothers all world. What you didn't say is he better not struggle. He better not struggle. I want to hear that. There's a 2-time league MVP that is all world. And the Baltimore Ravens have resurrected themselves. They've captured the AFC North. You got that bell cow that is Derrick Henry. By the way, we've been talking so much about Saquon Barkley. We just forgot that Derrick Henry ran for nearly 2,000 yards his damn self. The man ran for over 1,900 yards.
Yeah.
Okay? That dude, okay? You still got that dude. Yeah, Zay Flowers might be a little bit hampered. Still got Mark Andrews. They still got Bateman. They got a couple of cats that we've seen. We've seen their defense elevate. I'm sorry, I forgot who's out. I'm sorry, he's out. Zay Flowers is out. I'm sorry. My point to you is this. We've seen their defense, particularly in the last 6 weeks of the season. You see the way this defense been playing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the defense has finally shown up and has played to expectation.
Correct.
The offense has been doing its thing. Lamar Jackson has been doing his thing. And you got Derrick Henry. He better not struggle. This is enough's enough. This is a 2-time league MVP. 9 people in the National Football League history have won 2 league MVPs. Every single one of them is a Super Bowl champion but Lamar Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Every single one of them. At some point in time, there's nothing wrong with validating and authenticating your greatness by simply saying you got it done when it counts. We know what he's going to do in the regular season. We know what he's going to do up against suspect competition.
Suspect. Watch.
So Stephen A., you don't care that there's no Zay Flowers?
I don't care.
Okay.
Because Lamar Jackson's got Derrick Henry. All right? So all I'm saying to you is this. He's that great. It's not that he's not great. It's because of his greatness that we need the expectations met.
Yeah, I think Stephen A. hits it the nail right on the head. Lamar Jackson has to go out and win. And I think it's bigger than Lamar Jackson just winning. It's the way Lamar Jackson plays. I think there is a difference between the way we view Lamar Jackson and his playoff losses and Josh Allen and his playoff losses because of the way Josh Allen played. When you go back to that divisional round against the Kansas City Chiefs, it was an absolute shootout. Josh Allen, to take a word from Stephen A., was absolutely sensational. Patrick Mahomes was just better. So people from the outside and the media and even Buffalo Bills fans of all the football said, but Josh Allen showed up. There have been times where we've felt like Lamar Jackson didn't show up. That can no longer happen. If the Kansas City Chiefs beat you because they're a better team, so be it. But Lamar Jackson has to be Lamar Jackson. If the Buffalo Bills beat you because they're a better team, so be it. But Lamar Jackson has to be Lamar Jackson. And that's with or without Zay Flowers. And so when you're thinking about this team and where Lamar Jackson is, he has to show up the exact same way he showed up this entire season, or it's an absolute failure for himself.
And I don't want to throw this out there, but I mean, I just want to give it to you. I want to give you your last word, Cam. You understand? Because I know this stuff means a lot to you when you want to big up Lamar Jackson and others, and you deserve, and rightfully so. Lamar Jackson's career,
Lamar deserves that.
And he deserves that. I'm not throwing any shade on him. He deserves it. But Lamar Jackson's career, and I hope he's watching because I'm rooting for him. But you got to get it done. His career postseason ranks amongst all pro quarterbacks since 2000. Okay, record as a starter, postseason record. Record as a starter, last. Completion percentage, last. Pass yards per attempt, last. Touchdown percentage, last. Sack percentage, last.
Okay.
Passer rating, last. Success rate, last. I mean, damn.
I think we get it.
You know, at some point, bro, you just got it.
Yeah.
You just got it.
And I hear all that. Last. I hear all that. But understand this. And Ryan Clark, you know this. Playing playoff football, it's about, I've said it before on this show, but it really is about this as a collective. You have to play complementary football. What does it mean for a Baltimore Ravens offense to say, man, we go down here and score, and the defense gives up a score? What does it say, hey, at the last drive, Justin Tucker, we get you into position and you miss a field goal? Because we're not going to talk about Justin Tucker as much as we're going to talk about Lamar Jackson. We're not going to talk about the defense giving up points more than we're going to talk about Lamar Jackson. Playoff football is about playing complementary football. If Derrick Henry does not show up, not saying that he is not, but we're going to talk about Lamar Jackson more than anything else.
Yes.
So it has so many different determining factors.
But respectfully, you're being slick. And here's the reason why. Yesterday, I brought up a stat about Josh Allen. And I pointed out in his 5 playoff losses, you know, the Bills giving up over 31 points a game. That ain't a problem Lamar Jackson got. I gave you 7 different categories where he ranks dead last in the postseason. Why is that? Now, you and I, because see, you and RC, y'all are compassionate dudes. Of course, we work with Molly, so we know she's going to be compassionate, okay? If you a scrub, you a scrub. Ain't nobody talking about you, right? Yeah. Why would we talk about a scrub? You can't get it done. You ain't good enough, right? Who do we talk about? Those who have expectations because their greatness has been solidified. Yes. You can't be somebody that's great in the regular season, but you plummet in the postseason. Yeah. You got to be somewhere up there, commiserate with what we see from you during the regular season. Otherwise, we say choking. So if you never had
or
it,
you elevate your play, and then you're a real baller when the lights shine the brightest.
Right.
And
we
then
ain't gonna hold you accountable
yourself.
if you're a scrub and you can't get it done. We like this. God bless you. You tried. You understand? But when you're great, and we know you're great, but then the moment shines brightest on you, and that's when you choose to shrink, that's a problem. Yeah. Lamar Jackson cannot allow that to be a problem this postseason. It cannot happen.
RC, take us home.
From Stephen A, though, right? The good book says the first will be last and the last will be first. A lot of things didn't happen until they did. Eli Manning didn't have half the career Lamar Jackson had, but he had 2 magical playoff runs. I believe Lamar Jackson has a magical playoff run in him. And we watched this happen throughout Tom Brady's tenure in New England. We've seen the Ben Roethlisberger years. We saw the Joe Flacco years. We've seen Eli Manning years, Aaron Rodgers. This has to be a Lamar Jackson year for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Picked him to win the Super Bowl in the offseason.
And by the way, what Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes did, if he does it this year, wow.